Surprisingly loud crowd tonight. This should be a good one.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live with our analysts, Brent Barry and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. Only 4 games left of the regular season. Let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at the Lakers, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And, of course, the Thunder, they're in 5th place right now.
Looking at Oklahoma City, what's impressive is they've reached much of their potential this year. The big question, though, people are asking is, do they have what it takes to become a front runner?
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Connect. Mikal Bridges is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Miles Turner, and it's Boomer in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Jalen Williams. Then there's Holmgren, and it's Richards in at the 5, down low. Brent, we're deep into the season now. Who do you see as the favorite to win it all?
Well, tough, BA, to do any predicting at this point. You want to see the matchups and how those things play out. But, man, There are some elite teams right now that are salivating at the opportunity to compete come playoff time.
No coverage that time.
Excellent shot from SGA. I like seeing them shake loose in the mid-range.
Here's Boomer. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Has to connect. There's a screen by Turner. Then connect with the three.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Richards inside. He's against Turner. Richards' shot is off. Here's Boomer. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Bridges. Count it.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
It's Bridges on the wing. Portis with a screen on Williams. To the right side. Let's go with a three. And it's Portis. That time on the assist from Bridges.
And Portis has become a bit more of a volume three-point shooter, settling into what they do offensively.
And the Thunder in possession here. 4-point game. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in.
Now they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. No good there.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Tipped, and he's able to get it back. Thunder trail by 6. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Bridges.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Connect. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Turner. Clock at 6. Here's Boomer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Richards has got his 4th rebound in this one. Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Turner. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Matthews, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Topic comes in for Wallace.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Good.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Pass to Matthews. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Boomer. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. Here's Matthews. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Now Richards. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
When you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside, it can add some spunk to your team.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Matthews. Yet to see a basket. Outside, Williams. Uncovered. And he nails the jumper.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Boomer passes to Doncic. Williams a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And so it's Los Angeles, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well, that's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've... We've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Now here's Holmgren. 23 points his last outing. It's hauled in by Portis. They've got Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Williams. And it's Matthews in at the power forward position. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's Matthews. 5 points in the game. Williams passes to Matthews. Now here's Holmgren. Turner covers. Holmgren against Turner. And it's Holmgren missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He had 33 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. He and his team are really clicking right now, and you'd love to see that momentum carry them through the rest of the year. Guys?
Outstanding. Thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Minute 32 left in the second quarter. Here's Matthews, defended by Portis. Fades away. And it's Holmgren missing.
He hasn't hit a single shot yet, but somehow as a team, they're getting it done.
And then Portis with the dunk.
And bigs like Portis can get up and make those dunks look sweet. .107 left in the first half.
Outside, Williams. Over Bridges. And that one's long. And the Lakers shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Boomer. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
7 feet, maybe getting to 200 pounds. Chet is a unique player. He can hit the three, he can pass the ball, and he plays tremendous defense.
That free throw, no good.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
Richards is checked in for Matthews. The Lakers also with a sub. Doncic checked in. Here's Boomer. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Memphis.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Wallace, following the score by the Lakers. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Here's Boomer. He's got 12. Lets it fly. And he hits the jumper. Boomer's got 14 points. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Los Angeles leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey everybody, we've seen plenty of action in that first half to chat about. But first, we're taking a look at the power rankings during this late season push. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
Gotta call my agent now.
Well, as we check out the results of the first half for the Lakers, it's been neck and neck.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Lakers in the lead. And so in the game for the Lakers, we've got Mikal Bridges. Bobby Portis out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at the point.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
And here are the Thunder now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. Pass to Richards. Now here's Wallace. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Portis. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Connect. Pass to Turner. Here's Boomer. Knocks down the triple. Boomer's got 20 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Williams. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Yeah, as a shooter, Williams is fairly flexible.
And the Lakers' shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Wing shot on the way. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Lakers. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Portis. Vanderbilt's checked in for Portis. Thunder trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Richards. Outside, Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, what a confident play there from Jalen Williams, putting his shot right up and in.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. A quick shot there. It's off target.
He has to make those shots, guys. If not, a lot of pressure is shifted to the perimeter shooters to hit everything.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on that one. Topic is checked in for Oklahoma City. He hits the second from the line. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And he converts the layup.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Looking now at some numbers for Jalen Williams.
And all of a sudden, his 3-ball has left him. It's been a rough stretch for him the past 5 games. His percentage from downtown isn't near what it once was, but he's not going to give up. He'll try to get it going here today. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Thunder trail by 3. Down low. Oh, stolen by Turner. Vanderbilt, the pass to Turner. And the basket is good.
Hey, when you're as big as a guy like Turner, that's what you're supposed to do. Attack in the painted area.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And he gets it to go.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
The 3 from Holmgren. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Vanderbilt, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Bridges misses. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Williams has got 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Thunder trail by 7. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. From downtown, and it's Shai hitting the 3. Gets it up. The shot, no good. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's Los Angeles up by 4, And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. We've got Topic. He's out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Pollard in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Here's Boomer. Good on the bucket. Boomer's got 31 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Williams laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Williams has got 11 points here in the second half. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Boomer. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense from Williams. Pass to Topic. We've played just over a minute here in the 4th. Here's Pollard. Wallace, right side. 6 to shoot. To tie it up. And he sinks the layup. It's all knotted up.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Doncic on the wing. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter. The Thunder have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Williams misses. The Lakers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Here's Boomer. Pass to Marshall. And here's Connect outside. He buries it from 3.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Boomer. Drops in the layup for 2. And now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
Seems like Gilgeous-Alexander's next shot is never far off. He can get the bucket they need.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Holmgren against Portis. Pass to Turner. Here's Boomer. Launches it. Another 3 for the Lakers.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And he makes it.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Here's Boomer. Yep, count it. Boomer's got 38 points.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA quickly becoming the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch.
Here's Boomer. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Boomer. Hits the three-pointer. Boomer's got 41.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. From behind the arc. And Los Angeles, another three.
And they came in here with some attitude, and they brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Yep, that one's good. Boomer's got 46.
And Portis knows this system well. Try to make the good to great pass.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and Turner with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Another day, another win. Good work.
I got the $20. You do?
Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Take a look at the Lakers. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Rockets. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for the Rockets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. Connect out there with Boomer. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And for the Rockets, we've got Green. Thompson is out there with Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Şengün in at the center, filling out the middle. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across the earth.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by Boone. Reed the pass to Şengün. Down low, here's Green, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Very good from here. Green over 80% from the line.
Here is Boomer. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now here's Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
And it's Connect in the corner. Turner with a screen for Connect. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Outside, Green. Reed with a screen for Green. No good on the three. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Connect. No good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Thompson passes to DiVincenzo. Now Reed from outside the arc hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here is Boomer coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Pass to Connect. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Connect's got 5 points so far. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Reed with a screen for Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fires the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And it's Houston's ball, trailing by 4. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
It seemed like any time they strung together a few baskets, they just went ice cold so quickly.
Yep, that one goes. Boomer's got his second bucket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Green kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Green. They need this. Pass to Şengün. Over Turner. The Rockets with another miss. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. For the Rockets, Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Green. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Connect. Rockets trail by 8. And Thompson kicks to Reed. Back to Thompson. Şengün with a screen on Doncic. The offensive rebound. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it late. We've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. And you look at Boomer, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Turner. Marshall comes in for Vanderbilt. And James subbed in for Bridges. Whitmore with it. He's covered by Boone. Here's Reed. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Thunder, put on a show. He scored 46 points, and he got lots of great looks. He's shooting it at a high clip. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
James, good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Thompson outside. Whitmore sends a screen for Thompson. Rebound the Lakers. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
There is a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Reed. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Lakers lead by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. Welcome back. Group substitution here for the Lakers. Turner's checked in for Williams. Vanderbilt comes in for Najee Marshall. Bridges, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Boomer in for James. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Bridges against Thompson. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
Brooks is out there with Thompson. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Brooks with no one around. Nailed from three-point land.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from D.
Boomer, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. It's an 18-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Pass to Boomer. The 3-ball. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. Now Thompson. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Thompson's got his first basket of the night. Here is Boomer. He's got 11. On the wing, Bridges. Turner with a screen for Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Bridges showing his versatility, running the pick and roll.
DiVincenzo with it. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Lakers leading by 16. Here is Boomer. Bridges kicks to Boone. Over Şengün. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 13 points for Boomer. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Puts up a deep 3. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Houston Rockets.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. So Frisco Kev inquires, if you could pick any era to play in, which would it be?
Let me play back in the early days.
I like to see that too. The way early days when dunking was illegal. You might need to work on your fadeaway, big fella.
Yeah, my fadeaway is better than yours, Kenny.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Dalton Knecht.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Rockets trail by 18. Taking a look at the Lakers. Bridges out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And there's Miles Turner. And it's Boomer. And it's Knecht in at the 2. Thompson. Oh, look at that play right there!
Okay, that's how it's done.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Pass to DiVincenzo. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Bridges. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And the 3-ball is good. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, DA, thanks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Boone, and it's good off the back rim and in. Boomer's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
And the wide open shot from Green. The 3-pointer, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Green after the made shot from Boone. Green, the pass to Reed. Back to Green. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Over Boone. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Lakers leading by 21. To the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game, and Thompson gets it to go.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Whitmore, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Lakers also making a switch. Doncic is checked in. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Knecht. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Now, here's Şengün. From deep. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Şengün's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Boomer the pass to Turner.
Right here.
Here's Boone. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And here is Los Angeles now after Jalen Green's 3-pointer that didn't go. Pass to Doncic. Fade away. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Count that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Green after Luka Doncic's bucket. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Good on the bucket. Boomer's got 23 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The drive by Green. That one falls.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Pass to connect. Shoots over Reed, and there's another one for the Lakers.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
And there have been two very different performances. Both teams making substitutions here. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Rockets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. We've got Alperen Şengün, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Naz Reid, and it's Thompson in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's James. There's the screen. Sinks the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
So it's the Rockets now, following the 3 by the Lakers. And the call will go against Boomer. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Green kicks to Reed. Pass to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And for the Lakers, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Boone, and there's the drive.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Şengün. Pass to Reed. James against Thompson. Floats one up. Back to Reed from past the arc. Offensive rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Dalton Knecht.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Here is Boomer. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Here's Houston now. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Reed kicks to Thompson. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Luka with the rebound. Now here's James. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones?
He's about to tear it up.
MP, you're about to go off.
Hello from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Drew Holiday and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Monday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. We've got Sharp, Murray out there with Griffin. Then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. And for the Lakers, we've got Mikal Bridges, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Knecht, and it's Boomer in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Here we go.
So the Pelicans win the tip. Now here's Murray. Pass to Clowney. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
Here's Clowney. That one drops for him.
I like that from Murray. I mean, he lets things develop, and then boom, assist.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5", do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team.
Now here's Griffin, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. 5 on the clock. Fires it. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked Coach how they plan to limit DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Allie, thank you.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And that one's good. Connect.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Murray scanning the floor. From outside, off the mark.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Murray against Bridges. This one for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And you see why Coach is comfortable running offense through Bridges.
Outside Murray. Griffin outside. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Boomer. And you look at his 33 points a game, a terrific weapon on offense.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Pelicans trail by 6. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Murray. Back to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clowney. The 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Oh, nice shot by Boomer. Boomer's gotten his second bucket.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
Oh, it's been so much fun to watch him on the offensive end recently. He's really his team's engine on that end of the floor, sparking plays and helping them find open shots and big points.
Now here's Turner. He's averaging about 6 points per game. From deep, here's Doncic. Sinks the tray.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Lewis. And Turner with the block.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Got it. Doncic has got 5.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Lewis, averaging around 6 a game. Clark outside. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
And if you're just... He's checked in for the Pelicans. Griffin comes in for Lewis.
Doing all right. We'll get him.
Los Angeles leading by 17. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at the one. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in their last game against the Rockets got the job done. He finished with 30 points, and in terms of his shooting, well, mistakes and bad selections were few and far between. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps going tonight. Brian?
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And the Pelicans with possession here. 17-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Milwaukee, taking on the Bucks. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Here's Boomer, defended by Griffin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Boomer's got 8. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
Griffin outside. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And here we have the leading defensive teams in the league after the All-Star break. The Lakers, #1.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in, and a change for the Pelicans. Clowney's checked in. .52 seconds left to play in the first half. Left side Murray, 5 to shoot. Doncic grabs the miss.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Shot is up. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Here's Boomer. He's got 10. Puts up a 3. And Los Angeles another 3.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Lakers ahead, just dominating this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
Poor Paolo. You never see an injury like this. Unfortunate part of the game. Hopefully he recovers as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's a guy who hates to be off the court. The competitor in him will speed up his recovery.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Lakers.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebounding.
I give it the Shaq stamp of approval. They've been the schoolyard bullies today.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, Los Angeles shooting has been incredible, 72%. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently, they have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
So the Pelicans 5 right now. DeJounte Murray is out there with Griffin. Then there's Sharp. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Now Murray. Griffin outside. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they'll keep possession. 6 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
The first one falls.
Well, it seems like every season, DeJounte Murray is out to make it his best year. That competitiveness is something you really appreciate.
Here's Boomer, and he dunks it down.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Murray, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Murray's gotten just one of his 7 shots to go. Here's Boomer. Griffin pulls down the board.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Clowney pulls it in. On the wing, Murray. Williams defending. Second chance effort. Rebounded by the Lakers. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room. Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
New Orleans calls timeout. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Only 4 games left of the regular season. Let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at the Lakers. They have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And, of course, the Pelicans down 4 spots.
Checking out the Pelicans, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
No debate there. He got hammered.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, we're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see. And your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that.
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Griffin on the wing. 5 points in the game. Clowney can't get it to go.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
It's tipped. Pass to connect. Now Bridges. Beyond the arc. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Murray. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Connect. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Bridges. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Bridges has got 10 points.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
And that one's good. Connect.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Outside Murray. Pass to Griffin. And the layup is good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
And there's the drive. Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Here's Clowney. They set a pick. Griffin in the post. Pass to Clowney. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Bridges. The finish! And it's Bridges with the jam.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
It's Griffin with the drive. Oh, they get a hand on it. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Lakers on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lewis. Sinks it from distance. Lewis has got 6 points. That'll count. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. They've got James. Luka Doncic is out there with Miles Turner. And it's Wilson in at the 4. That's the Laker 5. Here's Griffin. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Winslow's checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers lead by 21. Here's Boomer. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds in the game. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Griffin. That one doesn't drop. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Boomer. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Boomer's got 21 points in the game.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
The Pelicans have gotten 7 of their first 10 shots to go during this fourth quarter. Pass to Clowney. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Winslow passes to Boomer. He shoots it. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Boomer.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Murray's shot is good. There's 45 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Boomer. That one goes in.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team. and they never let up.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Clark, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Sure, what's up?
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Let's see the stat sheet here for Scoot Henderson.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Boomer out there with Connect. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Williams. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Klingon is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Gravett in at the small forward position. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And Portland starts out with the ball. Back to Henderson. Pass to Ayton. Henderson outside. Rebound by Williams. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And they are on an incredible streak right now. 20 wins in a row. Amazing.
This team, I tell you, is doing a heck of a job actually putting their name against some of the best names in the NBA's history when you talk about winning streaks. I mean, these kinds of streaks do not happen often, and there's a lot going right for this group right now.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Sharp. Hits the jumper in space.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the miss from Boone. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton gets double-teamed. Just 5 on the clock. Ayton sets the pick for Henderson. From outside, off the mark. Here's Boone, and he converts the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Henderson, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here is Boomer. Henderson defending. Now connect. He had 15 points last outing.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Portland. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top 3.
And when you look at the Lakers, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against New Orleans, lit up the floor. He ended up with 28 points, and both from the foul line and the floor, he was making his shots out there. He was an imposing presence, which should surprise no one. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Pass to Ayton. Now here's Henderson. Here's Simons. Shot on the way, and again is Portland converted.
You've got to keep track of Simons all over the floor. Give him an inch of space, and he'll burn you.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. It's hauled in by Boomer. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
On-edge passes to Turner. Here is Boomer, covered by Simons. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. 7-point differential. Ayton sets the pick for Simons. For 3. Good on the three-point shot. Simons has got 5.
Oh, crafty play by Simons, working the pick and roll to perfection.
That one good for 2.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that
one. Lets it go with a 3. That one's not going to go. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after this. And hope you've... Teams deciding to change it up. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Trailblazers trail by 6. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Connect. Mikal Bridges out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Boomer, and it's Williams at the 5. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond. Oh, and there he puts it down!
What a
yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Driving inside. Boomer, no good. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And it's Ayton missing. Los Angeles leading by 8. Jumps up, throws down the breakaway jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Henderson. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Henderson looking it over. Ayton finds Henderson. Will it go? Nice jump shot. Good. Henderson's got his second basket.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Boomer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to De Silva. Williams against Ayton. Now, here's Sharp. Guarded closer. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Here is Boomer. gets it up. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Lakers. And this team has put on a show so far, guys.
Reminds me of my time with the Lakers, or the Heat, or the Orlando Magic, or Boston, or Phoenix, or even Cleveland.
What about those Magic when we swept you in the final? Now that's what I call domination.
How did I know it was going to end up right there? And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Lakers.
Their three-point shooting, wow. I didn't get a math degree, but I didn't go to Shaq University either. I do know a little thing about threes.
Yeah, Kenny, I heard you applied to Shaq University. Denied.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Los Angeles leading by 12. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Ayton is out there with Klingon. And it's Gravett in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Connect. Shoots the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Now here's Henderson, guarded by Boone. Henderson, no good. LA's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside to the left side wing. Vanderbilt kicks to Boone. Cracks in the tray. Boomer's got the first field goal of the second half for the Lakers.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now, here's Sharp. He's got 8. Ayton sets the pick for Sharp. Shoots over Connect. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 10 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Boone. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Well, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys. Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Here's Klingon. Nothing on the board. Stolen by Connect. Fast break, here they come. A finish. And Connect slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Sharp after the basket by Los Angeles. Takes a three. Rebound the Lakers. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Sharp after Mikal Bridges' bucket. To halt the run, and it's Sharp missing.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Boomer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 19. Pass to Klingon. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Williams. Connect with it. Now Vanderbilt. Here is Boomer. He's got 23. And he banks in the layup. Boomer's got 10 points in just the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. This break gives us a chance to see the league's best fast break teams in the second half of the season. They've really ramped up the energy. Fourth spot held by the Lakers.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Now, here's Sharp. He's got 13. Ayton finds Henderson. Can they get it? He takes it up and lays it in. Henderson's got 6.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Boomer. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range. Boomer's got 28.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Klingon with it. Simons with the ball. He's covered by Boone. Left side, Simons. The rebound by Turner.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's Doncic missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Simons. The baseline jumper goes down. He's got 7.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
I don't think we played very smart. I know they played harder than we did. Let's go give this a run. Let's get after it. Come on now.
Losing both the mental and hustle battle. Los Angeles will go for a different look here.
Always, coach.
All right, get in there.
Here's Boone, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Boomer, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Bridges. Then it's Connect, and it's Williams at the 5 down low. And then Henderson with the dunk.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Buries the long-range jumper. Henderson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Lakers leading by 12. Here's Boone, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Good on the second free throw. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Sharp going inside. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Boone. Plays it up off the glass. Boomer's got 35.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Lakers leading by 15. Here's Boone. And the layup falls. Boomer's got 39.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Boomer.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And again, it will drop another make there from Boone. Boomer's got 44.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's Ayton. Over Vanderbilt. And it's Clingan with the jam. Here are the Lakers. 22 is their biggest lead.
Hey, come around.
Here is Boomer. Three-pointer. Offline. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Fans live for games like this one.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Just 2 games before the playoffs get going. Let's see how the field might look. You take a look at Brooklyn, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft.
I think for the Nets, the one thing we know for sure is they've got some changes to make if they hope to sniff the playoffs next season.
And the starting lineup for the Nets. We've got Nicholas Claxton. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Ivy. And it's Cardinal in at the 3. And for the Lakers, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Mikal Bridges. Connect is out there with Williams. And it's Boomer in at the 1. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
Here we go.
And the tip goes to the Nets.
Help out on D'Lo.
Here's Ivy. Russell finds Claxton. Ivy outside. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 ball. Vanderbilt pulls it in. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And this group has reached rarefied air with the win streak underway. Now up to 21. Unbelievable.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night, regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
Here's Cardinal, following the score by Los Angeles. Pass to Law. Ivy outside. Rebound, the Lakers. Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times, had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Now here's Ivy, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Can't get it to fall. Here's Boomer. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Ball, the pass to Cardinal. Here's Ivy.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
And the basket by Bridges.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Russell, the pass to Law. Back to Russell. There's the drive, and then Russell with the dunk.
You can see the assertiveness right now of D'Angelo Russell. He welcomes the contact and powers and plays right through it.
Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Here's Boomer. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Boomer's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Had to alter his release at the last possible moment and somehow still gets it to go.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Law. Now Ivy. The three. That shot is off. That makes him 0 for 5.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Bridges outside. Vanderbilt with a screen. The three is up. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Connect. Bridges has got 5.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that. Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Nets trail by 6. Ivy outside. Pass to Law. And here's Thomas from outside the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
Cam Thomas is a guy who is always shot ready. Nice catch and shoot there.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to review the game plan. Let's take a look at the best defenses in the league over the last 10 games. Number 1, Los Angeles.
Over this last stretch, their defense has been airtight. The opponents have had a tough time executing at the offensive end.
Wilson passes to Boomer. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
46 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Thomas. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
This is what Thomas has to do to be most effective. Make an impact from three-point territory.
Doncic on the wing. And he drives in. And that one drops.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Nets trail by 4. Now here's Thomas. He's got 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Whitehead can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. James, right side. Pass to Boomer. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back after this word. And for those of you just... Team's deciding to change it up. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Nets trail by 9. We've got Mikal Bridges, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Connect, and it's Boomer in at point guard. That's the Laker 5. The Lakers have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. Three-pointer. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far. And so many screens today. Ride that line of moving or not. Doris, do you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Los Angeles leading by 12. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He ended up with 44 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
So it's Los Angeles now, following the bucket by Brooklyn. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night. And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Nets. It's a 16-point game. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Pass to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
From deep, here's Doncic. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Nets trail by 19. Russell to pass to Long. There's 39 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Thomas misses.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Fires for 3. And Ivey pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Nice move. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, this is the attention Ivey draws from defenses. Forces them to be overly aggressive.
And both free throws good for Ivey. The Lakers lead by 17.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Here's Bridges. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. Looking at the East, Trae Young.
Young's offensive output has been off the chart. He's always a high-usage guy, but lately, almost every play seems to run through him, moving the ball with exceptional skill and having no trouble finding shots for himself or his teammates.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second-half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Lakers shooting has been on another level, 68% for the game. All right, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the athletic trainer for Brooklyn provided some info for us, and it looks like it's a severe ankle sprain. It's a serious injury, but they're hoping he's avoided any structural damage. Devastating news all the way around, as he will miss the entirety of the playoffs, guys.
All we can hope for is that the prognosis isn't as bad as it seems, guys.
Yeah, we were hoping for much better news, and obviously not very encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's 5. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Jaden Ivey. Then it's Cam Thomas. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Law in at the 4. Russell a screen on Vanderbilt. Back to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Law misses.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Boomer passes to Vanderbilt. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Thomas outside. Pass to Claxton. Outside Russell. And here's Ivey from the arc. That one no good. The Lakers lead by 22. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Thomas outside. Pass to Russell. Ivy outside. Will it go? It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Connect's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Boomer, guarded by Russell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line here. Luka Doncic has checked in for the Lakers. And the second free throw is good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Russell to pass to Thomas. From deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Kicks it to Doncic for 3. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Law. Now here's Thomas. There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
And here's Connect outside. Rebound Brooklyn. Ivy outside. Claxton passes to Law. And here's Thomas. Fires, high post. Doncic grabs the miss. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 13-5 run. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, VA, what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
Thomas against Bridges. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 7 points for the quarter.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Oh, nice shot by Boomer.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
I got yours.
Pass to Law. Thomas outside. Here's Law. Back to Thomas. There's the triple. The putback. Williams grabs the board. Here's Boomer. Here's the 3. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. The Lakers on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, they're
Question BA. You have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. They've got James. Luka Doncic is out there with Miles Turner. And it's Wilson in at the four-man position. That's the Laker 5. They set the screen, and it's Russell on the drive. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Doncic passes to Boomer. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Boomer. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. Boomer's got 18 points now here in the second half.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Outside Russell. Ivy outside. To the left side wing. Here's Law. They can't stop the run with that one.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Thomas against Doncic. And the layup falls. Doncic has got 23.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Thomas gets an open look and hits it. Thomas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
Here's Boomer. Takes it inside. It's good.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And what can you say that hasn't been already said? We knew these guys would be great coming into the year, but their complete dominance is rare. They have redefined greatness.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Boomer.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Here's Turner. Second chance shot. Some solid defense from Claxton. Thomas against James. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Turner passes to Boomer. 4-3, and the three-pointer goes. Boomer's got 39.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Back to Ivy. Pass to Thomas. The three is up. Drains the triple.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Good win. Let's keep it going.